Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Blue Lady Couture and welcome to my latest video. In this video I've decided to do just a little quick one for you today. I'm going to do a little hair tutorial, which is not something I do very often on this channel. Hair doing is not my forte. But as you can see, I have got my Regency ringlets in and I'm wearing one of my latest Regency gowns, and because I am out for the day on an adventure, and I will be filming it for an adventure vlog to come out after this video, and I thought, well, as I'm just getting ready this morning, I would just quickly film how I do my hair. So this is going to be my rough and ready Blue Lady Couture guide to some quick Regency ringlet hair, to give your look and your outfits a slightly more authentic feel. So yeah, so this is my quick go-to Regency daytime style, and to show you how I get it started, we're just going to roll the clock back to last night when I was setting the curls in the rollers. So yeah, sit back and enjoy this quick little tutorial, and I hope you find it inspiring and is helpful as well. So it is Friday evening. I've just had a shower and washed my hair, so it will be nice and damp for setting in my curlers to give me those nice Regency curls tomorrow morning. When I wet set my hair, I do like to give myself a good 12 hours really for the hair to dry itself, especially overnight and when I'm sleeping on it. Obviously the warmth of my head helps it to dry, and yeah, I just find that 12 hours is just about enough for me and my thickness and length of hair. Obviously I want to make sure that the hair is not too wet when I put it in the curlers to begin with. It really needs to be just damp, so that it's not dry by the time I get to the last curls that I put in, although I will sometimes, if it does feel a bit dry, I will just dab a little bit of water on just to make sure that it is still damp when it goes into the curler. But otherwise my hair is quite thin these days, so it does tend to dry fairly quickly. And this evening especially, we're having a mini heat wave at the moment, and it's about 27 degrees outside, so yes, it's a bit warm and sticky today. So for Regency, we want a nice central parting, and then I shall just use my pintail comb or rat tail comb to just separate the front section. And ow, this new pintail comb is really sharp. And I really want just the section down to the top of my ears. So I want enough hair here that I can create those curls, but I don't want so much that it's going to take away too much from the rest of the hair on my head. So if you've got thicker hair, you'll probably be fine, but mine's quite thin, so I have to be very sparing with when I put hair into fringes and bangs and things. Just tie this section back out of the way. Teeny tiny little bit of curling hair mousse. I mean teeny tiny, because if I use too much of this, it makes my hair a bit gacky. Right, curlers. So I use these the bendy, flexible noodle curlers. When I do this, I call it noodling my hair. Yes, these are what I use. I find they work just nicely for my hair, and I find them more comfortable to sleep in as well. But I have done this before I discovered these. I have done this with just rolling the curl up and using cross bobby pins to secure it in place. And obviously you can do this with a, you know, a curling tong, curling wand on the day if you so wish. But for me it just works better ahead of time to do it the night before. I hate faffing about with my hair the morning of going somewhere. It just adds more time to your getting ready. First three in place, so we're basically going to do the same on the other side now. Alright, so that is simply how I set the front section of my Regency hair. Now for the back section of my hair, that really depends very much on the event that I'm going to. If I'm going to an evening event, then where my hair is going to be uncovered, I will put more time and effort into doing the back section of my hair. However, if I'm going to a daytime event where I'm probably going to be outside and I'm most likely to be wearing a bonnet for the majority of the day, I'm really not that worried about what the hair on the top back of my head looks like, because you're really not going to see it once the bonnet's on. The only bit you're going to see is, like I say, the curls that frame the face at the front underneath the brim of the bonnet. So yeah, so if I really want to do, and I have sometimes if I'm feeling particularly lazy, I will just stick my hair up in a bun, kind of a loose, messy bun, which is absolutely fine. As I say, it goes under the bonnet and no one will see it. But I thought for the purposes of this video, I would just show you a very quick way that I sometimes do my hair for a little bit more interest. I will say it's not the most refined way of doing one's hair, but it's my little cheat method. For this, I need to try and get my hair up into quite a high ponytail. The same principle applies. I'm basically just going to noodle these sections of hair to set them in some loose curls. And I'm not worried about it being perfect. She says, rolling up the wrong way. Because one of the great things about Regency hair is it can be just a messy, curly updo, and that is perfectly fine. There we go. That is my super quick, noodly, hair curling for Regency updos. I really need to get myself a bigger headscarf. Ow. Elbow. There we go. I shall just put some bobby pins in just to secure the scarf on my head so I can sleep in it tonight, and then we shall see how it looks tomorrow morning. Good morning, it is the next day. As you can see, I am dressed. I have my Regency gown on. Don't worry, I have more videos on my channel of making this gown if you're interested, and if you want me to do a full getting ready video at some point. I do have some shorts, I think, of me getting ready in this dress, which you can probably look at on my channel. But yes, I have just decided to just get dressed this morning and just do this as a hair tutorial. So yes, I slept in my colours last night, so we're going to take this off and see how it's looking. It's just after 7 AM in the morning. So I set these just after I finished work yesterday, about 6-ish. So yeah, they should have had a good 12 hours, and I can feel that these ones certainly are dry at the front. Oh, we're going to do that. Okay. Oh. So it's a possibility that right in the centre of this, or not on the back of my head, that might be a little smidge damp still. But it's fine, as I say. That is going under the bonnet, so I'm not too worried what the back of the head looks like. I'm really just doing this to show you the general idea of how this works. But what I'm really hoping is that these curls here are the ones that have set nicely, because they're the ones everybody's going to see. Ooh, curl! Now I could, if I wanted to, just leave the curls in the ringlets, in these tight ringlets. That's perfectly acceptable. And it's one of those, if they were neater, perhaps, you know, I probably could do. But I like to just break the curls up, these tight ringlets up, and just fluff them a little bit more, just to give them a little bit more body. She says, debating with herself before she does that. No, I am, because these are a bit sort of tight and a bit, yeah. Not my favourite. So I'm just going to gently break these curls up and just kind of combine them together. It doesn't need too much. I don't want to fully break the curls. You see that the difference that makes? It just, yeah. And then what I normally do is these bits down here, I just pin those up underneath. I just catch them in with a bobby pin or two, which is hidden underneath there, and do something like that. So it just keeps them a little bit contained and tidy, but they've still got that a little bit of kind of just that loose sort of volume to them. And that is literally all I do with the front curls of my hair. I mean, I could probably faff about with these and fiddle them about a bit more, but yeah, I don't want to do too much to them. I'm going to get a little bit squished by the time my bonnet's on as well anyway. yeah, that is basically what I do. If you want to, I can spritz these with a bit of hairspray just to set them nicely. And that is it. That is literally it. So now I'm just going to release the curls. No, actually I'm going to have some tea, because if not, I'm not going to drink my tea. Right, okay, let's release these curls. I'm not so worried. These are a little bit loose or a bit smidge damp still. Oh, not too bad. So I'm just going to loosely pin these curls up, really. That's all I'm going to do. Of course, the other thing you can do, if like me and your hair doesn't want to behave, as it is frequently want to do, you can just buy those curly bun things that, you know, those fake curly bun things, matches your hair colour, and just stick that on top. You know, it's perfectly legitimate, and it's perfectly something that, you know, that they would have done in the Regency. They use fake hair pieces. I mean, they've just come out of the century where they were wearing full wigs for the most part. So yeah, hair pieces are still very much a feature into the 19th century, and you know, and it continues on right through the Victorian era. Just use my comb, just tidy these up, and a little spritz of hairspray will just keep those little flyaways in place. That's my quick and easy Regency updo. Yeah, okay. This is going underneath my bonnet, so I'm not too worried about it being a little bit messy. It gives the effect. If for any reason I need to just take my bonnet off, you know, whatever. And as I say, if I was doing a ball or an evening event when my hair is uncovered, I would put a little bit more time and effort into what's going on up here. But today, you know, for quick and easy, getting ready in the morning before you go out to an event, this is what I do. Just finish putting my bag together and get ready for my day out, and that is probably going to be the next video that goes out on my channel. So if you want to see what I get up to on my day out to the Jane Austen weekend at Chatsworth, aka Pemberley from the 2005 movie, yeah, sign up to my channel and keep watching. That will be my next video. I will be vlogging my adventure there for the day. And there we are, I'm all ready for my grand day out to Chatsworth in Derbyshire, aka Mr. Darcy's house at Pemberley. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up by clicking the little thumbs up icon down below. And if you like, you can leave me a comment, as that really helps my channel out and encourages YouTube to push it out to more people. You can of course also subscribe to be notified when my next video goes out, and as I say, my next video will probably be my day out at Chatsworth. So if you don't want to miss that, yeah, click that little subscribe icon and make sure you're part of my channel, ready for when that video comes out. If you like, you can also take the subscription one step further and subscribe to my newsletter on my website, which is www.blueladycouture.co.uk. As I say, that'll get you signed up to my newsletter, as well as discounts in my various web stores if you're interested in purchasing any costume from me. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!